Rodri in Barcelona. Speaking up, Romero had decision to also make. He had multiple options as well. And then Kenan Yıldız, that we will talk about at the end. But listen, before we get into the details about the transfer and all of these people that I mentioned, and even more, right? There is one that I didn't mention, right? Welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, Ned. Let's talk football. Rodri, yeah? Rodri's off to, well, he's not off yet, but he could be off to Barcelona. Now we know Madrid was in there for a little bit. I've done video about it. You can go check it out, right? But now there's an actual bid that have been sent to Man City, and let's read this and find out what Man City has to say about it, right? Now, the negotiation between Barca and Man City for Rodri are on the way. Director between official rather than formal proposal. Man City won't accept package close to 50 million off of Babasa. Already working on new proposal to get green light. Rodri only wants Barca. Now, few weeks ago, we were hearing Rodri only wants Madrid. Whatever Deco has done, yeah, and whatever Barcelona, right, that entire team has done, right, brilliant. Because few weeks ago, all we were hearing, he wants Barcelona. Even Fabrizio was coming out saying all he wants is Barcelona. Like, and not Barcelona, sorry, gosh. Madrid. All he wants is Madrid. PSG came in, he said no. People were coming out saying Barcelona is coming in, he still want Barcelona, he still want Madrid. And now, just few days later or a few weeks later, not even a week, within a matter of days, all he wants now is Barcelona. Whatever Deco has done, class, 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 class. But the problem here is this: they send it in 50 million deal. That's the problem. Because Man City looking for around 75 to 80 million. So if Barcelona can cough up that money, they should walk away. And then that way maybe Madrid might have the advantage if Madrid decide to go in for him. But from what has been reported, the player said he wants Barcelona. So Madrid taking their hands off, right? They are no longer involved. And I think even if Barcelona doesn't sign him, I don't think Madrid will go in for him anymore. The fact that he already said he wants Barcelona, Madrid is no longer involved anymore. So even if, like I said, they don't sign him, they're not going in for him. They would rather go in for someone else. But they will have to cop up the money. And I know Man City will want that money because according to people, they still owe Man City for the Ferran Torres deal. They haven't paid them yet. So this one, the Man City is not going to let this one go cheap because Man City will still like to keep it, right? But now, Rodri going to Barcelona. This is a good news for Chelsea. Now, it is a good news for Chelsea. You may say, why, right? It's not about Chelsea. Chelsea is not involved. Rodri going to Barcelona, that simply means Madrid will still need a midfielder. And Man City also looking to get Enzo Fernandez. So what happened here? We might have a bidding war. Enzo Fernandez might be out of the door. Now, that doesn't mean I'm happy to see him leave, right? No, not yet. But I just think where he have gotten to right now, both parties, meaning Chelsea and Enzo Fernandez, don't want to continue together. So keeping Enzo Fernandez is not good for anybody right now. He won't be good in terms of, I don't know how his antics would be, how he will be behaving. Will we be getting the same level from Enzo? The players might not even be happy. Like the fact that he don't want to stay, right? So if they can sell him, let him go. I would say he should go. And then we all move on, right? Messi is coming in. Madrid might come back in. Even though Madrid put out the statement, right? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. They might come in. You know what I mean? Now there are rumors coming out saying Chouameni is going to be, what's it called, very important, right? Before, they were looking to sell Chouameni. I told you, if Madrid get a midfielder in that position, Chouameni is out. Yeah, the only reason Chouameni is safe is because Madrid, all of the people at Madrid are trying to go for, right? At least they end up not going in for them. Enzo Fernandez, they came out and said they're not interested. And then Rodri, he's off to Barcelona. Once Madrid gets somebody in, right? Enzo Fernandez, listen, Florentino Perez, yeah, he's on the market, 120 million. It means nothing to you. The entire Madrid, yeah, it means nothing. That's pocket change, by the way, for you lot, yeah, pocket change. You can come in. Take this guy, we'll call it a day. Yeah, happy days, right? Enzo Fernandez on the market. If you can even make things interesting a little bit, right? Put in a bid. Get Man City going. You know, Man City actually wants him. to get Man City going a little bit, right? We appreciate that. But that's pretty much it about Rodri, right? He might be off to Barcelona very soon if they meet up with the required price for or the required valuation for Man City. He's off, right? The player wants to move, everybody wants to move. Let's see if it can happen because Man City is already finding replacement. I told you about the Enzo Fernandez, and then there's also Boadi, right? I talked about that in my previous video. You can go check that out. But that's about it. So let me know your thoughts down below about it. Rodri to Barcelona and Enzo Fernandez might be going to Madrid, right? Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Endrick, right? With all of the people Madrid signing, right? Endrick, what's his future like? I know when Chelsea was linked with him, his best bet was to come to Chelsea. Now, I won't say best bet to come to Chelsea. His best bet would have been to go to the like of an Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, somewhere where he could get regular football time. Now, I even think if he had come to Chelsea, he had gotten regular football time, right? Regular football time. When I say regular, I mean regular football time. But the thing here right now is this. Madrid is looking to loan him, especially to a Premier League club, right, where he can get multiple minutes, right? And so far, they haven't really been any link here so far with him in the Premier League club. So far, no, right? But I won't be surprised if somebody go in for it. I don't expect Chelsea to do that, right? I don't expect Chelsea to do that. Maybe Chelsea might, but I don't expect Chelsea to do that. But we don't know. Arsenal might, because they're looking at what's it called, Alvarez. Alvarez may not come, but Arsenal might be open to it, a loan move, and maybe an obligation to buy in the future. Who knows? But yes, what being reported, right? Let me get. Andrew could be heading to the Premier League this summer. His agency, Roc Nation, actively working on securing a loan move to an English club for Real Madrid forward. Right, basically that's it. I already gave you my thoughts about that, but that's pretty much what they have to say about everything that's going on. Right, that's the news about it. But coming to the Premier League, I think it'll be good for him, and he needs the playing time. If I'm his agency, I'm looking at the like of Aston Villa, the Newcastle, the well, Crystal Palace, these people, right? And the reason why I'm calling them those names because that way he gets to have regular football minute. Other than that, it's not happening, right? If he goes to Chelsea, right, he's gonna be competing with João Pedro. Right, I can't really say it won't happen, right? But if he can go to Chelsea right now, maybe he can take that number, that center forward spot, and then force João Pedro play into that 10 or pull out wide, right? Who knows? Something like that can happen. But I don't think Chelsea will go in for him. But let's see, right? I'm a Chelsea fan. That's why you're hearing a lot about Chelsea. Well, you probably already know that. Now, let me know your thoughts about that. Andrew coming to the Premier League and he leaving Madrid. Definitely he leaving Madrid. He needs to do it because that way he's secure good good game time and all of that good stuff. Now, Cristian Romero, right? I talked about him before, and everything about him and Spurs, we know is done. The man wants out, Spurs or Spurs wants the man out, right? I think they reached to that point where they're calling it a day. Like he doesn't want to be there, right? And Spurs don't want him there. I think so, right? So, but as a defender, he's good. Like quality, proper quality, and because of that, right? The men have options. Here is it. Inter have reached an agreement with Tottenham to sign Cristian Romero, but are yet to agree personal terms with the defender. Atletico Madrid are now preparing an offer to match Inter bid following the sale of Nahil Molina and Thiago Amanda. Arsenal also have genuine interest, but Atletico are currently the most active club in the race for Romero. Now, I think he's going to go to Atletico because I don't think the personal term discussion with what's the name Inter is the problem. Like he wants to go to Atletico. What's it called? Simeone, couple other adjutants have been there. It's almost like the home of the adjutants, right? Atletico Madrid. So he's gonna end up going there. But I think Arsenal being linked. Now I don't even think Arsenal can even post a trade. Arsenal and Spurs don't really do a lot of business together. That's number one. Two, right? The rivalry is there, and I don't think he's gonna want it because the fact that Atletico Madrid is in there, he can go to La Liga, don't have to deal with the Spanish press, not Spanish press, but the English press, no more after the World Cup incident. I think every one of them is trying to get out of the Premier League right now, right? But he's gonna go off to yeah, to Atletico Madrid is happening. I think it will happen. I genuinely believe that's where he's gonna end up. He's gonna end up, right? And I said it before, like I would expect other adjutants to also make the move. Now, we hear Atletico Madrid was fending around Enzo Fernandez that we talked about earlier, right? So even if what's it called, Atletico, if you want to come in for Enzo too, we can help you lot out, right? And I think maybe you could turn that whole team into like a proper adjutant squad, right? We're not against that. But Cristian Romero, he's definitely gonna be off to Atletico Madrid. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated, right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, last but not the least, right, Arsenal, right, they are fanning around this guy after the big talk about Venning. Yeah, Venning's coming. Arsenal are confident. The entire dressing room are confident. And what's his name? Berta has assured every single individual in Arsenal, what's it called, facility that he's coming, right? In the dressing room, the staff, the board members, the fans, they were all confident. The same way they were moving about Gyökeres, yeah, doing this and that, right? And now, basically, they were moving the same way for Venny, right? He's coming. He will be here. Right? At the end result, guess what? The brother is signing a new contract. And now, because he's signing a new contract, they have to turn their attention somewhere else. Right now, I would rather see that attention go somewhere else completely. But here is this: Arsenal will try to sign Kenan Yıldız. Arsenal will submit a very large financial offer to sign Yildiz. Now, this is coming from an Arsenal source, yeah. AFC escrow. Listen, we will take everything with an inch of salt. Here right now. Listen, but I've also seen this from multiple other sources. Now, majority of them were all Arsenal sources. I will admit that, right? But Kenan Yıldız as an alternative to what's his name, Vinicius Jr. Not bad, not bad. Actually, not bad. Now, who I actually think would be better for them is Nico Williams, and I think he might even be cheaper too. If they can get Nico Williams, he might even be better for them. Liao is on the market. They can also look at Liao, but I don't think anybody want to put their hands on Liao right now because he's been off for a year and there, and nobody is picking him off. He was even offered to Leeds. Leeds. Okay, something's happening. For him to be offered, if you live in AC Milan, I'm not sure Leeds is the place you want to be heading to. Yeah, but he's been offered to Leeds, and even Leeds turned him down, probably because of financial reason, right? But we don't know. But the fact that almost everybody is trying to turn him down, because for a player like that to be in the market and nobody's actually trying to bid or go in and collect him, that kind of says something about the player himself, right? That says a lot about the players himself. Now, sometimes it can be financial things here and there, but Arsenal is looking for a winger. They should be going in for him. Yeah. I know some Arsenal fans fancy him, but Kenan Yıldız is the guy, right? According to the Arsenal report, according to reports out there, they want him. Now they're gonna get him, and now this kind of will be interesting as well because Albergovic, the guy that Chelsea were linked with, that could have come to Chelsea, preferred to go to Juve because Juve assured him that he would be a key part. And I did a video before, and I mentioned if they assuring him that he's gonna be a keeper, does that mean they know that Yildiz might be out? And from what it seems right now, it looks like Yildiz might be out. For Albergovic to be able to get that starting position on that right hand on that left hand side, or he's moving into the 10th position if he's not going to be out. But from what it seems like, if Arsenal is coming in, going to put in a huge bid, I don't see them turning it down. Right now, if they get him, they get him. Last season, I think he might have signed a new contract, and I know Chelsea were also interested, but they didn't get him. So is he going to end up at Arsenal? We will see, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated, right? There are more videos coming your way, so keep your eye peeled for that. Listen. Adios.